All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was just gonna, this might help somebody. I know this is a YouTube channel that of used tools. I will get to that in just a moment, but I wanted to show, I fixed my Tahoe and I had a dead cylinder, no compression or low compression. I had between 30 and 40 pounds of compression. I had fire, I had fuel, but I couldn't get it to fire in a cylinder. Come to find out, I didn't have a bad lifter. This is an active fuel management on a 5.3 2007 Tahoe. None of the AMF lifters were bad. Everything was good. Cam was good. Cam bearings were good. What we found was the number 4 intake cylinder had sucked up into the head. It actually tried to come up in the head. It was higher than the rest of them by 3/16 of an inch. We think the fuel injector was running lean and that one cylinder was running hot. And we think it distorted the metal hot enough to where it literally was concaved. They have a curvature to them already, but it was curved more. And it was higher than the rest of the head, so I didn't think about taking a video or picture of it. Also, when I removed the timing cover, this piece was laying on the bottom, on top of the oil pan, on the bottom of the timing cover. So the tensioner was broke. And the chain and the gear's fine. It didn't seem like it had hardly any wear, but there must have been some play. And yeah, somebody said that, well, maybe that caused it. No, we don't think so. I've known some of these engines to run with a bad timing for several thousand, tens of thousands of miles with one of these bad gears. So I replaced the fuel injector and the coil pack on that number 4 cylinder, new plugs, had the heads rebuilt, 1 new valve, and I had 3 bolts, exhaust manifold bolts broke, and 1 bolt had a drill bit broken inside it. So somebody had tried to fix it once before. So that was an added cost. Also, while I was in there, I replaced oil pump, water pump, all new gaskets, new, I can't remember what to call these silly things that hold the lifter, all new lifters. I wish I would have bought a new cam, but I didn't, but it looked good. But now here's the tool part. If you guys run across one of these old Black & Decker impact wrenches, this was made in the mid-70s, I believe, buy it. The torque spec to put the bolt into the crank balancer pulley, the old bolt, when you put it in, you put this bolt in and you crank it down to 240 foot-pounds. I don't have enough ass to do that. I'm telling you right now, standing on it, I couldn't do it. So I use this impact. This has got to be the toughest, strongest impact I've ever used. So just to let you know, if you're out and about, I bought this for 10 bucks in a pawn shop a year ago or so, maybe 2 years ago. Probably one of the best buys. It did not fail. So, and you won't find too many. And it does say Black & Decker. And the numbers, I guess it's got a serial number on here. E540 or G5, I can't tell. Anyways, that saved my bacon. And then, just to show you, these are all my tools I used to take it apart and put it back together. Inch-pounds torque wrench, you got to have one. This is a, I can't remember what brand, oh, J.H. Williams. It's an older one. 3/8 drive. Paid like 10 bucks at a pawn shop. This was, I had to have an inch pound. Foot-pound torque. I don't even remember where I got it. This came out of pawn shop. But breaker bars. This is the longest breaker bar I own. It's over 24 inches. I needed a 3-footer or longer. Different extensions, and of course, when I work on things, I have different ratchets. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 ratchets here, 5. This is one I bought new 3 years ago, and a set of nut drivers I bought 3 years ago. The only really new tools I bought were these. Wait a minute. I had to go to Harbor Freight and buy some pry bars. I needed pry bars to hold the flywheel while I was torquing the crankshaft bolt down. The flywheel, not the flywheel, the harmonic balancer. I'm telling you right now, that thing is torqued so tight. And I bought a degree wheel, and when I got it here, it was broke. So I had to get a pencil and paper and a T-square and figure my 90 and 50 degrees, because you torque your head bolts down to 22 foot-pounds, then you have to go 90 degrees and then come back 50 degrees. Anyways, all junk tools, nothing here, like I said, except for these items I had to buy new, and then everything else, this is pretty much what I used to take that engine apart. The only thing left was the block, the crank bearings, and cam bearings. Everything else was out of the engine. And I left the engine sitting in the body. A little difficult. I think it might have been easier to pull the motor, especially doing the torque. But I just wanted to show you that when I say I use tools, tools for me make me money or save me money. I was quoted an engine and labor for that vehicle was $7,500. My time and all my tools that I got here and the parts that I had to get was $1,200. So you guys do the math. It was well worth it for me to do it. And I probably have, you know, $60 maybe worth of tools. And everything on here, everything sitting here on this table, exception to these 3 right here, are used, along with the impact. And so I just wanted to show you all that they're, you know, what I preach about used tools or tools make me money or save me money. Well, here's an event where it did actually save me thousands of dollars. I know a lot of people can't do this kind of work, but if I can read it, I can do it. That's just the way I look at things. If there's a way of reading it, I can figure it out. But I just wanted to show you guys that I might just show you how well it runs. I'll hook up my computer to it and show it to you. Anyways, let's get to that. That's a good idea. All right, guys, just to show you, I got it hooked up to my little computer, and coolant temp 190, and it's 100 degrees today, and it's sitting parked. Oil pressure right now at idle is 32. Engine speed right at 600 RPM, between 590 and 604. And then my injectors, bank 1 and bank 2. I hope this screen picks that up, but it's well within specs. My fuel trims, they're coming back now. They're correcting themselves because I haven't run it very much. I think I've only drove it about 100 miles since I put the engine back together. but it's working. I've got all, like I said, everything's back together, temperatures, oil pressure within, and the RPM is better than what it was before. So I think the timing chain had a little bit of slop, but there she is. She's back together and she is running smooth. I mean, pretty proud of myself. But anyways, I thought you guys might get a kick out of just using junk old tools to save money. You know, like I said, tools for me either make me money or save me money. And then this thing's only got 140,000 miles on it, so you know, I'll see if I can get a good picture of it. Hang on a second. It's not bad shape. You know, in Oklahoma, it's got a little bit of hail damage, but it's worth putting the time and effort to fix it. But yeah, just sitting here idling, pretty much within 10 RPM. Let's see, yeah, a little bit more, 605. See, it drops down to 598. That's about the lowest I've seen so far. And that's with the AC. AC is on right now. Yeah, I've got the AC on. Just sitting here. But I don't know, somebody out there might learn something from this. I did, because even I took my heads to Oklahoma City place called Bartholomew's, and they'd never seen a valve sucked up in the head like that. So, and they're theorizing that the fuel injector, number 4 fuel injector, was running lean, and number 4 cylinder is right there. So, and it was a dead miss. I mean, the valve would not open up. All right, well guys, I guess I should end the video right there. I'm pretty happy. And I know a lot of people don't have a little computer like this, but I have found this is well worth my $400 I paid for it. It's it'll direct you in a problem. You know, if you have I know those O'Reillys and places like that have that little code reader, but this gives you a whole lot more information. So anyways, guys, I'm getting off the subject again. I'm squirreling. All right, y'all have a good day now. Bye.